Hi, I'm Al Morrow, the Acting Executive Director here at the Port of Long Beach. Let me start with safety. You see me here out in the field with a hard hat and a safety vest. That's because this is a construction site. Safety is number one. So when you're driving by, I know because of what's going on is so exciting and so big and it's happening right now, there's a tendency to stop and look. Don't do that. Tune in to our website, newgdbridge.com, and you'll see all the video and the narration of what's going on. An exciting project, watch it from the safety of your home. Thank you. Now let me show you what's going on at one of the construction sites right here. This excavation equipment and these cranes are digging one of the deep piles, over 300 of them in total for the bridge, way down that's going to support this massive bridge structure. They're deeper or shallower because of the weight that they have to support. And you see two massive cranes working together there. One of the cranes is supporting the shielding that goes down into the ground so that the earth material doesn't cave into the hole. Another one of the cranes is excavating out that earth material. Then a crane will hold the reinforcing steel cage down into the hole, and eventually concrete will get pumped into it. The shallower piles take 18 concrete trucks of concrete to fill that hole. The deeper piles that are supporting much more heavier loads can take up to 38 of those concrete trucks. These are the trucks that we see around our city streets every day. 38 concrete trucks to fill one pile, and there's over 300 of them for the total bridge project. Think about that. That's massive.
Amazing is all I can say. And as the foundations start to come out of the ground, it'll be even more impressive. And like Mr. Morrow said, while it might be tempting to want to see everything firsthand with your own eyes, it's much better and safer to check out all the action with the live cams on the bridge website. And now for our last story, trains. Do they pollute more or less than trucks? And how much cleaner are they than they were a few years ago? The answers might surprise you. They certainly did me.
Throughout Southern California, you'll spot Union Pacific and BNSF trains transporting goods to and from destinations all across our country. But did you know that within the Port of Long Beach there is another railroad that never leaves the port?
Pacific Harbor Line is what's described as a short line railroad. The short line railroad is referred to in our industry as the first and last mile. What we do compared to what our big brothers do, the Union Pacific and BNSF, is they take trains across the country. They bring them to us and hand them off to us to deliver or to bring back out of the port. Kind of think of us as the valet parking for the Port of Long Beach and the Port of Los Angeles.
Within the ports of Long Beach and Los Angeles, there are 76 miles of railroad lines serving the many cargo terminals. Managing all the inbound and outbound trains in this area is the responsibility of PHL, which currently moves 60 to 90 trains every day. But soon this workload will increase dramatically.
Port of Long Beach has a significant plan to increase the Pier B rail yard to more than 4 times its existing size. Those plans are already in the works. There are supplemental operations to prepare for these major construction projects that are currently underway, and some have already started construction this year. So that and the work that's being done in the Port of Los Angeles will make us retain the title of the busiest port in the Western Hemisphere.
But being the busiest is just one objective. The other is to be the greenest, and here PHL is leading the way by using reduced emission locomotives to improve air quality. These locomotives are equipped with EPA-designated Tier 4 engines that reduce particulate matter by more than 80% over older locomotives, as well as cutting nitrous oxides by 60%.
Let's talk about your car. What we had in 2005 was a vehicle that was running on leaded gasoline. In 2007, we had a vehicle that was running on unleaded gasoline. Now we've added a catalytic converter onto the car, and we're coming out with no visible exhaust from our locomotives.
With these new locomotives and their ongoing commitment to investing in new green technology, PHL is a valuable partner in building the port of the future right here in Long Beach.
The value of rail comes first and foremost in the fact that it's the most environmentally friendly mode of transportation. Railroads can move a ton of freight 500 miles on 1 gallon of diesel. Secondly, if you think about it, for every train that we move, that's 350 trucks that are not on the highway infrastructure, that's not blocking traffic, causing pollution, or requiring maintenance funds to fix the highways. And the third reason why there's so much work being done in both port complexes is to make sure that we stay ahead of the Panama Canal. We retain our importance as a inbound import port for the United States.
For more information about current rail projects, visit polb.com.
Clean trains is just one of the things that the Port of Long Beach has been doing since they started their Green Port policy. And did you know that it's right here at this port that many of the innovations to clean our air, water, and land at ports all over the world get their start? Just last month, top executives and port commissioners traveled to Latin America to share their story. Here's what the executive director of Colombia had to say.
Nos ha enseñado mucho en la parte ambiental. Santa Marta siguió todas las indicaciones de Long Beach, que ha sido siempre un puerto que admiramos mucho, y al año siguiente también recibimos una mención ambiental. Pero todo esto ha sido gracias al ejemplo maravilloso que ha tenido siempre Long Beach para todos los puertos latinoamericanos.
Well, that brings us to the end of the show. But if you want to check out more episodes, just go to polb.com/pulse, where there are hundreds of stories archived. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.